Akiba Maid War, we need to have a serious talk. You see this right here? This is what we call a cellular device. I got a nice little holiday screensaver going on over here. You could have just picked that up. Could have walked down to the phone booth if you don't have those yet in your world. Could have called a damn ambulance, but the goddamn fear of these maids. We had to watch Ranko bleed out and die after seemingly resolving the conflict, making me second guess myself that, maybe instead of tearing down the organization, they'll leave it open-ended, possibly a season 2, maybe power of friendship prevails, which honestly, usually I wouldn't say, but I thought to myself, maybe that could work, because here's the thing, we started off with such a twisted version of maids, power of friendship going back to a normal-ish maid environment would actually work pretty well, and kind of be in the ballpark of where I was kind of expecting the show to go. Now I'm not so sure, and I'm expecting Nagomi to potentially not be fearful and might actually kill the head bitch in charge, and if that's the case, wow, I did not quite see it going in this direction. And here's the thing, there should have been the spidey sense going off, I should have realized some bullshit was gonna happen, but here's the thing with it, is I kind of believe that if the bullshit was to happen, it would be in next episode, right? Because by ending in a way where, you know what, she's not happy, but give me 10 times the amount. I thought when they couldn't pay the 10 times amount, that's when she would have to die, or one of them could die. And I mean, Ranko ending up dead was honestly a decent possibility, her or Nagomi. I felt one of those two had to die before the show wrapped up. The issue is how it baits you in with that things are not okay, but they're not deadly anymore. And the fact that a part of me has to wonder, and I don't know if I'm the only one thinking this, do you think because the manager ended up killing one extra person after, the ceasefire, I wonder if that had a bit to do with the fact that she ended up getting stabbed? Because there's two directions they're going to go here. Either A, this woman was lying to Ranka's face, saying, you know what, just pay us 10 times, let bygones be bygones, and she ordered the hit on Ranka because she disappointed her. That very well could be the likely bet, and I'd say it's probably 70% my money's being bet on that being the outcome. However, with manager being such a goddamn idiot, and the fact that someone got killed after the ceasefire, I wouldn't be surprised if someone in the background was taking revenge for that happening, right? So, honestly, I had a comedic title ready and everything for this episode. I was gonna be something along the lines of when they stop shooting but the manager still decides to kill or something, and then the last 2 minutes of the episode hits me and I'm like, well shit, I can't use laughing emojis now, can I? This was one hell of an episode. It's heartbreaking, right? Because this is such a psycho environment. It's something that it's so unapologetically weird, that's what this anime is. And the fact that it's, not shying away from how batshit it is, the fact that the general customers that come to these maid cafes, they know it's a goddamn mafia show, they just like the cute anime girls, and when the cute anime girls make you scared, they do what they're told, because as we see with the Nagomi fan club, the Ranko fan club, one of them was literally tossed into a goddamn river, and the other two said, we can't be fans anymore, and I mean, who the hell would be a fan if one of your friends literally got killed for liking an anime girl? The thing with Akiba Maid War is, it's very bold, but it's not bold for the sake of being bold. There's actually an identity, there's a general progression, and the absolute silliness of this show is part of the narrative. The fact that this world fundamentally believes that the mafia, the gangs of their world, are run by maid cafes, and it's a whole shady business that the police know is a shady business, but similar to our own world from history to modern day, you bribe off the law, you bribe off the politicians, you put them in your pocket, and those extra elements are kind of side-eyed and they get covered up. So the fact that you just turn it into such a normal mafia mob story on paper, but with the maid aesthetic, but then there's all these little elements. Did we need a person in a panda suit the whole time? No. Did we need to just casually make it look like she got strung up on a goddamn radio board and was completely killed? No, but that was completely in line for what was happening, as was her casually putting the suit back on when we realized she wasn't up there. There's something so original yet so familiar all mixed up into one, and I think a part of the reason I have such a kick for the show is I actually recently, this past year, I bought the Mafia trilogy. So there's a game series called Mafia. They take place in different historical time periods, and it's all about mafias and mobs. And there's something about the first Mafia game, which was my absolute favorite out of the bunch, and just the way that story's told and how a cab driver gets roped into this weird mafia crazy adventure. And the fact that when you look at this, where you have a normal girl who thought maids were normal as any of us do, just gets roped into this crazy mafia story, and how she slowly but realistically is evolving and changing, mixed with that kind of Stockholm syndrome of you can't leave even if she wanted to, and now she just believes it's the new normal. And in a way, I would argue the Stockholm syndrome's for the world as a whole, where this is just what maid cafes are, and this is what it is. So I'm still going to put my money on potentially Nagomi getting the killing blow on the boss, and potentially her being in charge and maybe changing things for the better, or maybe changing things for mostly staying the same. I don't know. It's really, I was convinced episode 12 would just be an epilogue, a kind of slice of life. Maybe there'd be a death, but I wasn't quite expecting it in the way that they did it, especially with her buying a present for our girl because she was so happy. Literally last week, she almost left and had a normal life. This week, she was at the very least content with staying as is because this cafe was her home, and you did us dirty like this. This is some excellent storytelling, some excellent bait and switch directing. It is unapologetically anime, and I would argue this is one of the most anime that I've seen this year, and I love it. I love it. It's not just for shock value. Hell, even those random ass why are we watching baseball like this, Ranko says in this episode that was part of her loving this cafe, so they even tied together simple slice of life what the hell episodes into character building pieces for these characters. And I mean, what the hell? Did I ever expect to love the show as much as I currently am? Yes and no. I was expecting it to be bloodshed, crazy, what the hell, and I thought it'd be fun, shocking episodes that potentially could grow old as the episodes progress. But did I expect to actually like the character drama, the interpersonal relationships, and the general story of this Akiba Maid War setting and location? Absolutely not, and I don't think many people did, because when you get originals, it's a coin toss. Are they going to be good? At the very least, you're probably going to get some sort of ending because it's not based on anything, but there's something about this one and the direction they took that it feels good to see PA Works step outside their box but still remain with like a single foot inside the box. It's still technically a workplace series, which they're typically known for, but damn if most of this idea is completely in new uncharted territory, and if this is seriously a taste with like your boy Conming of what's to come with the studio, I'm absolutely here for it. But of course, as always, I'll pass the torch over to you. What did you think of this heartbreaking episode? Did you see the stab coming, or did you have any sort of worry signs, red flags going off? Do let me know down below. What do you hope to see in the last episode next week? Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. You can also consider supporting the Patreon. I got a bunch of live reactions going on over there, and you can also get video shoutouts like a few are about to get here. So we got the Bird of Hermes, Toby, and Zizi. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.